Hi boys and girls! Today we're going to review the different instrument families that we started talking about in music class, and then in the next few videos I will post specific instrument families that we'll go talk about a little bit more. So let's review. We have the woodwind family, the brass family, the percussion family, and the string family. How many families was that? 4. So let's start with the woodwind family. So what is the woodwind family? Why are they called the woodwind family? They are wind instruments, that means you blow through them, that are made of wood or metal, which often use a reed. A reed is kind of a little wooden, it's made out of wood. It goes on the mouthpiece of some of these instruments, such as the clarinet, saxophone, the bassoon. What is another woodwind instrument? The flute. Yes, the recorder can be a woodwind instrument. And what else? The oboe, the English horn. Okay, now we're talking about the brass family. The brass family. What is that? Why is it called the brass family? Because it's a family of wind instruments, also blown into, that are made of metal, a specific kind of metal called brass. They have a mouthpiece, bell, and tubing, and may have valves. So what is an example of a brass instrument? Trumpet, tuba, trombone, euphonium or baritone, and French horn. Those are all brass instruments. And let's talk about percussion family. So what is the percussion family? What's an example of percussion family? A drum, cymbals. Yes, they are instruments that you hit, shake, or scrape to play. So you can pretty much turn anything into a percussion instrument. I can make my hands. I hit them to make a sound. That's a percussion instrument. Okay, and the last family, the string family. What is that? They are instruments with strings that can be plucked, strummed, or bowed. So what is an example of a string instrument? Tell me. Yes, a violin. A guitar can be a string instrument that has strings. Ukulele. Viola. Cello, that's the one that you sit to play. And the big one, the string bass. So those are all string instruments, and harp. Yes, and the piano does have strings, but they can also be a percussion instrument because you strike the string, strike the key to play the piano. So sometimes we also have keyboard and family instruments, but stick with the 4. Let's also review a couple other words. So what is a conductor? What's a conductor? And who can tell me the difference between a conductor and a composer? So a conductor is the person who leads the orchestra or the choir, person who directs an orchestra, band, or choir. That's the conductor. The composer now. What's a composer? Right, that's the person who writes the music. And then let's go over the other ones that we went over in class. That's upside down. The concert master or concert mistress. That is the person who leads the violin section and plays all the solos and often tunes the rest of the orchestra. And we have tuning. So speaking of tuning. That's when an orchestra, when the members all play the same note before the concert begins in order to sound good together, so that they're all sounding in tune. And then encore. Let's do encore. We talked about that one last time too. That's a piece of music played after the final concert selection due to audience demand. So the whole concert's over and the audience really, really, really enjoyed it. and they say, encore, encore, that means that they want one more piece of music, and then the orchestra or the choir or whatever will play it. So those are the instrument families and some other terms that you need to know. And look down below in the description. I also posted a link to a video about all the families of instruments of the orchestra, and it explains a little bit more, and you can see pictures of the different instruments and hear examples of what they sound like as well. All right, see you next time.